In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to crop an image to a panoramic format using Lightroom. This is for the Rainbow Camera Club's June 2016 motivational theme, which is Panoramas. So I have a folder on my desktop, Panorama. I have a few different photographs in that, but the folder inside that I want is the one where I'm going to crop, not where I'm going to photo merge. So I'll open that folder and I want the original file. So that's where I want to be, Panorama cropped original. Open Lightroom, and I've not already imported this image into Lightroom, so I'm in the library module. I want to import. It wants to know where my source is. It's showing my desktop down here. It's showing my folder Panorama cropped original. If that wasn't visible, I would just click the little arrow next to hard drive C to find it. So I'll click on original and it shows me the image. It has it already selected. I'm going to just bring it into my catalogue to begin with so that I can work on it in Lightroom, and then I will export the panorama image when I've built it. So I just need to click import. It's now imported into my library. It is selected, so I want to develop it. I want to change it into a panorama. So I click the development module. It takes a moment to open up, and it shows the original image in the develop module in Lightroom. The most important thing I want to do to this is to crop it around about there, if you follow my mouse, to get rid of this lower part of it, to make it look like a panorama. The photograph is of the financial district of Frankfurt in Germany, where the European Central Bank is located, amongst other things, and it's being viewed across the River Main in Frankfurt. So here's my crop tool, crop overlay tool. Click on that, and it now wants to know what aspect I want to crop it at. At the moment it's offering to crop it at the original aspect, which is 3:2. That's not much good to me, because I want for a panorama at least twice as wide as tall. So if I click here, and there's as shot, original, custom, and then some presets, and down at the bottom I've already got a 2:1 custom. But if you hadn't got it, click on enter custom and put the aspect ratio 2 wide, 1 high, and just click OK. I don't need to do that, so I'll cancel, because I've got the 2:1 ratio as a custom. So if I click on that, it immediately adjusts the crop to 2:1. Of course, if I crop it here, I'm going to lose the tops of this building. So I'll just rest my mouse on it, hold my mouse button down, and just gently move it so that I'm seeing the top of all the buildings, and being careful not to move the image to one side, so that I get a crop that includes something that's not part of the image. That looks about right. Now if I get hold of these bottom handles here, I can crop in, and I'm interested from this tall building here to this tall building here. That's the financial district. So I can crop using the corner handle, crop up just to get that first one of the tall buildings in, then go to the other side, crop up just to get the last of the tall buildings in. This one. That was good. So all I need to now is to commit to the crop. And how do I do that? Press the enter key. There we go. So press the enter key. When you've got the crop where you want it, just press the enter key. And that's my 2x1 image. It looks more like a panorama now than the original image did. So what I need to do now is to save that new image, because at present it's only a virtual image in Lightroom. I need to save it as a file, and that means exporting the image or the file. File, export. Asking me where I want to export it to. I could send it to lots of different places, but I just want to export it to somewhere on my hard drive. I'll put it in the same folder as the original photo. Don't worry, it is going to give it a new name, so Lightroom will not, unlike Photoshop, overwrite the original file. So I'm not going to put it in a subfolder. I'm not going to add it to any catalogs or anything to do. File naming, custom name, X of Y, custom text can be Frankfurt. One of one. That's what it's going to suggest it's going to do. I'm going to save it. Let me just go back up so I don't go too far. I'm going to file settings. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. I'll save it at 100% quality. I'll not make any changes there, but what I do want to do is to change its size. So I want to save it to 1024 pixels wide by however many pixels high that would be. If I wanted it 1024 pixels high, I would put my 1024 in the height box. Just remember that if ever you're doing portraits, that you want it 1024. If 1024 wasn't already in there, and it's only in there because that's what I told Lightroom to use the last time, you could just click in, delete out what's there, and type in 1024. Don't need to sharpen, not for this demonstration anyway. We'll include the metadata. That's the other information that the camera saved when the photograph was taken, saved into the file. We could add a watermark if we wanted, and the other thing is, after export, in other words after making the file, do we want to show it? Do we want to do nothing? Do we want to open it in something? I'll ask it to show it in File Explorer. Just check. Post-processing. Show in Explorer. So export. Nothing seems to happen. Oh yes, well, nothing seemed to happen immediately, but we know it's happened because that original desktop panorama cropped original folder has opened, and it's shown me two files. My original file with the name DSC underscore 3130, and my new panorama that's been made from the original file. If I just open these in my normal image viewing program, I can open one and I'll be able to then use arrow keys to see the other file. Double click on the first one, And there it is in Microsoft Office Picture Manager, which is what I normally use. There's the original file. It's only showing it at 15% zoom level because it was a big file, the original one. See, it was 13.3 megabytes and over 6,000 pixels wide. Yeah. The other image, my panorama, and it looks now like a panorama. 1024 pixels by 512, shown at 100%. So that basically is how to use Lightroom to crop and how to save the cropped image as a new file onto your hard drive. The early bit where I was importing it into Lightroom, if you're fairly handy with Lightroom, you might know other ways of doing that, but you need to get it into Lightroom somehow. So I'll close Lightroom, close that original folder, and I shall stop this recording.